Hi everyone, and welcome back to It All Starts With a Wish podcast. My name is Rachel.
And I'm Mark.
And today we had our first little bit of snow on the ground this morning where we live.
We did.
So, it got me thinking of warmer island vibes.
Dreaming, not thinking.
Yeah, dreaming about it, thinking we should go there, you know, all of the above.
And where would we go for warmer island vibes?
Well, if you're a Disney fan like us, one of the no-brainer destinations would be Aulani Resort and Spa.
Ah, my favorite.
I knew you'd be happy about this one.
I am.
So, as we have talked a little bit about before, Mark and I have gone to Aulani for our honeymoon. We have been once, but while we were there, we did a combination of resort days, and then we did some island exploring and excursion type things also. So I think today, since most people kind of do the resort stay days for the majority of their time, we're going to talk about what a perfect day would kind of look like.
Just being there.
The perfect day is just waking up there.
Yep.
It makes it perfect.
Sums it up.
Again,
Thank you for listening. We'll see you next week. Remember, folks, it all starts with a wish.
My God. Oh, that was a really easy episode. 2 minutes. That's all they need to know.
That's all you need to know. All you need to know.
So we're going to walk through one of our days, maybe a combination of our resort days that we had, and just kind of pick the best things that I think I really liked, you know, what you really liked, and all of that stuff. Does that sound good?
Sounds great.
We can kind of relive it together.
Yeah.
Don't know if that hurts or makes you feel better, but
it hurts.
Well, that's what we're doing. So, when you wake up in the morning, there are a few different options as far as breakfast goes.
Well, before you get to breakfast, there's a very important decision that has to be made first thing in the morning.
You're talking cabanas?
Sure.
Oh.
More broadly, beach or pool?
Yeah.
Okay, you need to set up a home base. This is very important. Depending on the time of year that you go, depending on the season. We went in November, early November. It was nice. Not super busy, but it was still kind of busy. But
and
certain times
we went
of year,
over a weekend and weekdays, and there was definitely, I think, an influx over the weekend.
Ends. We went for 2 weekends.
Oh yeah, 2 weekends.
We were there for 10 days. So.
During the week, it was much quieter. Mm-hmm. So something to note too.
It was. The reason why this is such an important decision is pool or beach, is that seats will fill up. Your lovely beach chairs and things like that will fill up. So early in the morning, first thing in the morning, making that choice of, do I want to spend, doesn't mean that you're committed to just being on the beach all day or being in the pool all day.
It's just, where would you like to begin?
Right. There's even some options that are by the pool with views of the ocean.
The beach.
Those are the places where I want to go. Those are my choice. I like
get
that
the best
area.
of both worlds.
Right. You get the view and you get close proximity to both. So if you want to swim in the ocean, you can. If you want to swim in the pool, you can. But going to either the pool or the beach, finding your chair, setting up home base first thing in the morning, that is an important decision because things will fill up throughout the course of the day. The longer you wait, the less chance you have to have a nice seat.
Correct. And you do have to rent your cabanas and those kind of things day of, morning of too, and those will sell out fast.
If you're feeling bougie and you want to spend some money,
yeah, if you're feeling
I do think that a cabana would be nice, but
yes.
They are fairly expensive. So
they're expensive, and I don't think they're necessary, depending on time of year and such, like we said. But if you are going at a busier time, over the summer, let's say, or over a...
Who doesn't want a private cabana?
Come on. Yeah, it's all good. Another thing that you brought that up first thing in the morning is probably before breakfast, you're going to want to go down and book any excursions or extras or rent paddle like the paddle boards or any kind of equipment like that first thing, because those will also kind of sell out throughout the day, first thing in the morning. So you kind of do want to have a little bit of a plan, but basically that overarching question is pool or beach. Like you can't use any of those equipment stuff in the pool. So it's going to be a beach thing if you want to go paddle boarding and all of that fun stuff. All right. Well, we'll choose, for the sake of this day, the lovely area where you are by the pool, off of the sand, but you still have a lovely view of the beach.
Yep, that's
that
my
sounds
spot.
the best for you.
Yep, that's my spot.
Beautiful. Okay. I feel like I have a nice picture of a time lapse of the sunset, actually, from that spot.
Yes.
Where we were at.
Yes.
That night, that evening. Yeah. Anyways. All right, so we have our spot. Few options for breakfast here. Mm-hmm. We did
Makahiki.
We did makahiki breakfast one time. Mm-hmm. And that is the character breakfast that they have there.
Buffet style.
And it was amazing.
It was good.
It was a buffet thing. They had, your traditional breakfast stuff, but they also had island flavors of things. So that was good. But that's not a typical morning. I don't think that's an everyday thing. It's definitely something that you can do for a resort day. But what we did most days was we went to the little quick service option and we got our breakfast flatbreads.
The breakfast flatbreads were very good.
They were very good. So basically this was probably about 10 inches. Would you say the flatbread?
Maybe
a little less.
12.
Maybe a foot long.
Yeah.
And basically this came with scrambled eggs, and then it had your different varieties of things you could do. Did you do the linguiça one?
Charisse. Yes.
Oh, charisse. We had charisse and cheese and scrambled eggs.
So good.
We have pictures of these also. We wanted to make sure we remembered
Worth noting
them.
that they have Pog juice, passion orange guava, one of Mark's favorites, whether in Walt Disney World or...
Why did you just talk in third person?
Why not?
Okay.
One of my favorites, fine, you're not fun. One of my favorites, passion orange guava juice, sometimes referred to as jungle juice, sometimes referred to as lilikoi juice or something like that, sometimes just referred to as Pog juice. Super, super, super good juice. They have it by the bottle. I drank so much of it throughout the course of this vacation.
Yes, because you have
Makahiki and at the quick service.
Because you have a thing, and he has a thing about many things. You have a thing about many things in Disney. You can only have it.
What are you talking
while there?
Yeah. Okay.
That's where I'm going.
Yeah,
with
that's a thing.
See, it's a thing. So he can only have the Pog juice there because really we could try to make our own of it, but it's not going to be the same.
That's right.
And he can only have Mickey Head ice cream bars at a Disney destination.
We're going to get there.
No, I know, but I'm just
Yeah, we're going to
foreshadowing,
We're going to get there.
So, first things first, breakfast. These flatbreads were really good. I'm sure they still have them. I probably should have checked the menu. But they have other things there too. For breakfast and kid stuff and things like that. So first off is breakfast. Kind of early. You want to start your day kind of early because 2 reasons. 1, things are going to fill up by the pool and beach, which we already discussed. And 2, things kind of shut down at night. And we've talked about that before. So a good portion of your day is going to be done early in the day into the afternoon. Mm-hmm. All right, Mark, you get to choose.
Also worth pointing out that they do have resort refillable mugs available. So similar to Walt Disney World, you can buy these. They're usually, I think they were $20 on our last Disney trip. I don't know what their running rate is in Hawaii. Maybe a little more expensive. Sure. These things tend to be a little more expensive in Hawaii because it's islands in the middle of the Pacific. Tough to get stuff there. But you buy that mug once, and then that is refillable coffee, soft drinks, all that stuff throughout the course of your vacation. Well worth the money. Well worth, especially at a place like Aulani where you're going to spend most of your time at that resort, right? Obviously, you're not going to be able to get alcoholic beverages for free, but coffee, teas, soft drinks.
The only downside for me, I get the mug because I like the way it looks. And Mark kind of gets mad at me. But I do have lemonade sometimes. But I am not a soft drink or soda drinker.
Neither am I, but
You have the coffee and I don't. So that's where yours like comes into it. But
I mean, you get 5 cups of coffee and you've already paid for it.
Yeah.
At the rate that you're paying for coffee,
I mean, even for lemonades, I guess, or water, because you can fill up.
If you get 5, if you fill that cup up 5 times with something, you're foolish to not buy it.
Which I usually do. I do, but I'm just saying I usually don't drink unless it's lemonade or juice or something. So, something to consider. But I usually get them anyway because I like the way they look and they're cute. And it said Aulani on it, so I had to get it.
That's right.
All right, Mark, what are we doing next?
Water slides. Let's go.
You were more of a pool person than
I am more of a pool person than an ocean person. The water slides are awesome. The pool, massive pool in between the 2 wings of the hotel. So many things to see and do in this pool. There are adult-specific only areas, which are really nice. There's a few infinity pools. Those are so cool to hang out in.
They're so cool.
There is the massive, and when I say massive, I don't think, like, the beach club has a lazy river in it.
Not like this. This is probably, like, I really do feel like this is, like, the longest lazy river I've been in. Like, it keeps going.
I don't know if...
I don't really go to many water parks.
Water parks with a lot bigger lazy rivers.
I'm saying there are, but I'm saying
hotel,
for me,
it is an impressive lazy river.
For a hotel that's not a water park,
tons of different water features,
really
stuff
long.
to see and do, like, so cool.
We talked about the Menehune. They're all throughout there, too.
They are. In the last episode, that is what you're referencing when we talked about Aulani Resort, and we rated it. You can go back and listen to that episode.
Yeah. Get a little refresher.
A lot of really cool water features and things to play with, waterfalls. You go through a cave. Part of the cave, the volcano, is the water slides. Water slides are very cool. I'm not usually a huge fan of water slides, but 2 water slides. One's a tube water slide. One's a more traditional, just sliding water slide. Very cool.
Are we going to tell the story of us?
Sure, if you want. Pro tip, when you do the tube water slide, and we learned this from a lifeguard who was there, if you just sit with the tube at the very top and let some water build up behind you, just a few extra seconds,
just a little bit,
you go a lot faster.
Well, he asked us too. He asked, like, you want to go a little faster, or do you want to just go? And of course, Mark was like, yes. And he was like, all right, just hang out here for a few seconds.
And then you build up that water behind you, and then you shoot out of that
Which
thing.
In hindsight was not a good thing.
And at the bottom, right, if you build up enough momentum, you literally, like, skid across the top of the water, like a rock skipping across the top of the water.
We saw it. We saw many people come out.
And we did it, too. The first time. Think about this. Yes,
okay,
we did.
The
first time we did. The second time, we made the fatal mistake of not building up some momentum behind us. Rachel, not a huge fan of water, a little afraid of water, doesn't like swimming so much.
Mark, I'm cutting you off. They need my perspective. Okay? So, yes, I'm not a big water person. And I had specifically, like any women out there, or wives, or girlfriends even, when you tell your significant other that you really don't want to get your hair wet for whatever reason, and I feel like girls can back me up on this. I had my hair in a hat. I did not want to have to shower. Well, I shouldn't say that. I needed to shower. I didn't want to wash my hair again and get it all chlorinated and all that stuff. So I was like, I will go on with you. You begged me a lot. Come on, one more time. I'm like, we already did it once, and it was already risky enough to do it. And I was like, okay, fine. And I was very mad because I pretty much almost drowned.
Oh my gosh, so dramatic. You did not almost drown. You were totally fine.
Okay, I was
in... The water, we didn't build up water behind us. The moral of the story is we came out of the slide, we submarined, we went right under. I shot over the top of me. It was a double tandem tube, if you will. So I was in the back, Rachel was in front.
He went over me on top of me.
Rachel submarined,
pushed me
ran
under
the water. I went over the top of her. I, being the gallant person that I am and the great husband, immediately grabbed her and pulled her up out of the water and lifted her above the water, saving her life. Not really. It wasn't that dramatic.
It really wasn't.
But anyways, that was the last time that Rachel rode the slide with me, unfortunately. I did it a few more times by myself.
You know, I should have been a little
slide
more
goes
better.
right into the lazy river. So I think that it's a logical conclusion after riding the slide. And that's something that the slide lines will get kind of long throughout the course of the day. So doing that first thing in the morning or early in the morning before a lot of people
like
get out.
Little adrenaline dump.
That's a good time to do it and just kind of get right into your day. And then just ride around the lazy river a few times, really kind of take in the sights and the sounds, enjoy the resort, soak in the wonder and the beauty that is Aulani. Maybe you get up and you walk over to the hot tub and you do some sitting in the hot tub.
Maybe you get yourself an adult beverage.
It's still very early in the morning.
I don't
think
care.
we're at adult beverages.
It doesn't matter. They have some nice mimosas.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yep. I see palm trees.
You
man. It
sit
doesn't matter.
in the hot tub, get like a view of the ocean hot tub. Those are very nice.
The infinity pool was amazing. One of the coolest things. Like, I usually won't just like sit and hang out in a pool, but like that I could probably sit in all day. Mm-hmm. But they do have the adult only hot tub and like quiet pools and infinity pool. Wasn't one of them adult only? Or maybe there just weren't many kids there.
Yeah, no, they were adult only. There's adult only there's an adult only infinity pool, and then there's
the regular pool by the
regular
bar
pools
over
and
there.
stuff like that. After doing that and kind of really enjoying the pool for a few hours, I think it is now time to take a little bit of break from the pool. Get in your chair with the lovely view of the ocean. Maybe pull up a book or whatever you like to do to relax. Soak in the island breeze, soak in the island sun, read your book, play your game on your phone. Maybe you take a little nap by the pool and by the ocean, and you just soak in the wonder and the beauty that is Hawaii. Maybe after your little nap, you're feeling a little warm. Now maybe it's time to go take a dip in the ocean. So you walk across the little path onto the beach, walk across the beautiful sandy Hawaiian beach, and you jump in the water and you enjoy your little private lagoon that you have at Aulani.
Yes, and because it's a little lagoon, there aren't like waves or like tidal dip things to worry about as much because those kind of break.
And there are nets that keep larger fish and things like that out. We did have a hammerhead that came in.
It was a baby.
It was a baby hammerhead though. But it was pretty cool. Like he was swimming around everybody. I don't think he was really dangerous.
I like pools more than I like the ocean. And I like looking at the ocean. I like being on the ocean, like on a boat. But I do not like really being inside of the ocean. So if something were to touch my leg, I would probably scream.
Yeah. She has.
And other people would scream.
It happens all the time.
Which is funny that I liked snorkeling so much when we were in Florida. Because that is another thing you could do.
You can.
In the resort, they have their own snorkeling section. It's like a pool, like a tank that you go in. So they have fish and coral and other wildlife creatures in there. And you can...
You rent your snorkeling gear.
Yeah, the gear. You have to get all of that stuff. But then doing it, you just kind of sign up for a time and you get to do that. So that is also pretty cool. But... like we said, you can see some other stuff naturally.
You can. But the snorkeling is cool. That was something we didn't get to do when we were there. Yeah, the pool was under refurbishment. That section of the pool was under refurbishment, so we didn't get to do that, unfortunately.
But we did get a dining credit for that.
We did.
Like a resort credit for that. So keep an eye on that, too. Reach out to me. I know things. So sometimes
if there are certain refurbishments or things happening at the pools, they'll give you credits.
Because another thing that was happening when one of my clients went was they were filming. Do you remember this? No. One of my clients went to Aulani. They were filming for, I don't know if it was like Dancing with the Stars. I don't know what it was now. Oh, I'm going to have to go back and look at it. But they were filming there for some kind of TV show. Maybe like Good Morning America. I don't know. Whatever it was. But because they had that, certain parts of the resort were sectioned off. Like you couldn't go for setup and filming and all that stuff. So they also got like a credit. So
Yeah, not always
keep an
bad
eye
when that
out.
stuff
It will.
happens.
They'll tell you, beforehand when you book it. It will come up that there is something there, but it didn't make or break the trip.
No.
Even for my clients, she said everything was still wonderful.
Yeah. Worth noting too, we didn't go when we had a son at that point. We didn't have any children, but there is a ton of stuff to do in the pool and around the pool for kids.
There's so much for kids.
Very
I feel like there's
easily,
more for
between
kids
the
than there are
snorkeling-
adults.
Between the snorkeling, there's a whole play area with like the
Big
exploration
bucket.
stuff and the buckets of water that dump stuff on you. So much to see and do. In addition to, if you're going in the ocean, you can rent the little boogie board, wakeboard things. You can do some of that stuff too as well with some of the rentals that they have there. So I would spend the morning and partially into the afternoon hanging out by the pool and kind of really enjoying the beach and the pool, that combination. Maybe having some lunch at one of the many pool bars
Do you think we're going to do lunch, or are we going to do like a really big Dole Whip?
I think all of the above. I think lunch first.
Okay.
Some
I
Mai
didn't know like
Tais.
Dole Whip for lunch kind of thing.
Man, I think you have that as a snack
No.
later in the afternoon.
Okay. They also have the Italian ice and stuff too.
They
They're
do.
shaped like Mickey, and you can pick your flavors.
Yes.
I
was
so
going
that's
to
a really
say,
fun thing.
in the afternoon after having lunch
I'm sorry.
and enjoying your Mai Tais or your Blue Hawaiians or whatever you want to drink,
Or your chocolate
then
milk.
having your obligatory Mickey Mouse shaped snack, I think is a key thing to do in the afternoon. Whether that's your Mickey Head premium bars, those Mickey Head ice cream bars that you can get in the parks. To Rachel's point, I am a firm believer you can only eat those
you can
while
buy
you're
those
in
at
a
the
Disney
store.
resort. You can buy those in Aulani.
But he won't let me. No, I meant like.
Oh yeah, you could buy them
Target.
here. No, you don't
Yeah.
buy them here. No, that is heresy to eat one of those
Okay.
when you're not in a Disney location. You can only eat them when you are in one of the Disney
It
resorts.
doesn't make it special anymore, right?
Right.
Right.
You got to eat it while you're there.
Okay.
So you can go get your Mickey Premium Bar. That's what I'm going to go for. But if you do like that, Rachel's point, if you like Italian ice, if you like that kind of
like snow cones.
thing, snow cones,
Dole Whip.
Dole Whips. So they'll have your traditional Dole Whip, your Dole Whip swirls like the vanilla. That's my preference. I like it when it's swirled with vanilla. So
They
go
have
get
other
one of your
flavors.
traditional Disney snacks, whether that's something Mickey shaped or a Dole Whip or something like that. Go and get one of those in the afternoon. And after you get one of those, hopefully you have made the right choice and have made a reservation.
Hopefully.
And you have made a reservation at the spa at Aulani Resort.
That's what I was thinking. I knew you were probably going to go into like dining and stuff, but I was hoping you were going to bring up the
Not
spa
yet.
because
No.
I
We're gonna
definitely
go get a
think
massage.
a nice afternoon massage after you've been playing all day before dinner. You get to hang out in the hydro garden with more pools, but it's much more relaxing.
It is.
Get your massage,
Some of the
get
cool
a facial.
shower heads that represent the different waterfalls, and
Yep,
you can do the
different
hot and the
temperature.
cold pools, and you can do those little rock paths on your feet that kind of hurt, but they're supposed to be good for you for some reason. How they're good, I don't know, but whatever.
He was like, "This hurts." I'm like, "It's just you don't have to do it." But they have a whole list of services that they do, literally massages, facials, body treatments, anything. So they even do if you are doing a wedding or anything like that, they do like makeup and bride services. They even do one for the men too, for groom services, anything like that. So if you need hair, makeup, skin stuff, all of that is there for you. And it is a wonderful spa and whole experience. So it's definitely worth doing.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. 3 words to live by.
Yep. So
I live by it, and then you yell at me.
after experiencing the spa, I think then hopefully you've made the right choice and made a reservation.
Another right choice.
At Ama Ama. Ama Ama is a
Now,
signature dining
I was going to say, people
restaurant.
shy away from this one, I feel like, because it's signature and there's a few more dollar signs next to
Yes,
it.
it's very expensive, but if we're treating ourselves... Oh, hold up, hard stop. This is tough. Am I eating dinner at Ama Ama, or am I going to the luau?
Ooh. That is...
Both are
Okay,
solid
all right.
options.
This might, I don't know, this might cause a few things here. But I enjoyed the food at Ama Ama more than I did at the Luau. I enjoyed the Luau's entertainment and stuff. Obviously, there's nothing there at Ama Ama. There's just the nice sunset. So I think it depends.
Which was one of the most beautiful sunsets
Ever.
Yeah.
So definitely plan your dinner right around whenever the sun is about to set that time of year. Because
It's an open-air restaurant,
Woo!
Right directly facing the beach.
Amazing.
The direction that the sun sets. It's the ideal
I feel like there's no bad
location
seat
for that.
either.
No.
There's like no bad everywhere
Yeah.
because it's open. Everyone has like a view. So I guess it would depend if we're doing a more family evening, perfect day, or we're going for a more romantic feel. Because I do think that the ambiance is different, obviously. So
Meaning that Ama Ama is more of a date
Yes.
night thing, whereas the
it
Luau
is. It's
more
more
of a
elegant.
family
It's more,
experience.
nice, pretty music.
That
playing.
luau was so cool, though. I thoroughly enjoyed both the food and the experience of going to the luau.
I don't really remember the food, which
I don't
is
think
weird.
that's an indictment of the food, though. I think it
No,
was
I don't really remember loving it or hating it, but I just don't remember being like, yes. I do
There's a lot
remember
of cool
being like,
stuff to
oh, I
do,
don't know if I'm
too.
going to like all the food,
Yeah.
but they do it
There's
at
a
a
lot
kids'
of cool
table.
stuff to do pre-luau, too, with, like, there's a great video of me learning how to play the ukulele.
Oh, we'll have to pull it back out.
We will. And the little girl looking at me very, like, judgmentally.
Oh.
And being like, what is this grown man doing playing the ukulele?
Literally
with
just a
me?
bunch of kids sitting around learning how to play, and there's Mark.
You are my sunshine,
In the back.
my only sunshine.
And you did really great.
Thank you.
But
honey.
the other kids,
Thank you.
that one
But
girl
they do
was not
like tattoo
appreciative.
art and stuff like that too. So there's a lot of cool stuff for kids at the different stations, in addition to just the whole show and the experience. So I really don't know which one I'm picking. I would say either one of those is a very, very, very solid
I would be happy
choice.
with either one. I
And
think.
probably, honestly, Ama Ama is so expensive. It's probably a comparable price between the luau and Ama Ama.
Probably.
You'd have to look at the actual prices.
Yeah,
It's probably close.
Yeah, I'd have to like look at them, but I mean,
Ama Ama was very good, though.
it was really good.
It sure was. After eating at either Ama Ama or at the luau,
Either one.
I know it may be difficult for people to think about eating more or going to
Again.
another place, but
More
there
food.
is a lovely lounge area, and I may mispronounce this, but called the Oleo Room.
No, I think that's right.
And it's a neat bar area. They have some good options. It's right next to Makahiki. I think I said that right. It's right next to that. And they have some really good sliders and stuff like that. But you may not be hungry after eating all that food at Ama Ama and the luau. But just
That's true.
going there, there's usually live music.
Which is nice.
It's nice and open. It's on a patio area. You can
Have a
sit
nice
down,
warm breeze
have
at
some
night.
nice drinks in the tropical island breeze at night after the sun is set, and just kind of enjoy yourself and kind of end your night on
And
that
by
high
end
note.
our night and enjoy your time means we're done by 9 p.m.
Maybe 10.
Maybe 10. Definitely not past 10 p.m.
Not much past 10 p.m. Because you've had such
An early morning.
wonderful day going to the beach and going to the pool and
You're tired.
experiencing the fullness of the resort and eating all that great food, and you're feeling relaxed after your time in the spa, and you're ready to go back to the hotel room
Go to sleep.
and to go to sleep
And do it all again tomorrow.
and continue the wonderfulness that is Aulani Resort the next morning.
Yeah. I definitely think it is a different change of pace for anybody who's used to going to the parks all the time. As far as Disney goes, it's a very different vibe.
Yeah.
So you have to know it's much more laid back.
It is. It's a laid back trip.
Not as much planning.
But that's good.
No, it is good. No, it is. I do like the hustle and bustle of things, though. So I get a little bored.
Put my butt on the beach. But if you are
one of those people, there are running trails. There are nice walking trails. We did a lot of the walking in between the resorts. You can go to other resorts along the cove, along the little bay. They have their other beaches and stuff there too. But
and
there were people out there running
on the islands too.
And, oh yeah, but I'm just saying, if you are one of those people who likes to keep things moving a little bit, there is a gym too, as well as walking and running trails.
Who goes to the gym
if you're
on
into
vacation?
If you're into it, some people are.
Poor choice.
Some people are. Some people want to keep their routine.
No, I want to drink and sit by the beach. Anywho's, that is how we would spend our best day at Aulani Resort.
Or at least a nice general layout.
Truly, any day at Aulani Resort
You can mix and match any of these things, too.
Well, of course you can. But any day at Aulani is the best day.
True. Especially to you.
Used to be like those old commercials with Florida, you know, a bad day in Florida beats a good day almost anywhere else. Remember those commercials?
No.
You don't remember those? It was like an airline commercial. And like one single cloud covered the sun and everybody was like, oh, and it was like people sitting on a Florida beach. You do not remember this commercial?
No, I don't.
People out there, someone out there remembers this. And the quote was, a bad day in Florida beats a good day almost anywhere else. And it was like one cloud that covered the sun.
Well, it's true.
No. In Florida.
Maybe not Florida.
No. In Disney, yes, which is in Florida. But the whole state as a whole,
Nice.
No offense to anybody who listens who lives in Florida, but at Aulani,
it's true.
It's very true. It's very true.
Okay.
So, folks, as always, be sure to follow us on your podcasting platform of your choice. Check out our social media accounts for pictures, images. I'm sure we can share some stuff has to do with Aulani and our trip to Aulani Resort a few years ago. And if you do have any questions or comments and want to reach out to us, send us an email at startswithawish.podcast@gmail.com. And with that, folks, remember, it always
starts with a wish. Maybe we should change the name. We're tired. We're parents. Try again.
Remember, folks, it all starts with a wish. We'll see you real soon.
Bye.